welcome back, and this time we're actually going to start making a model, so yay. So what a lot of people make a mistake on is starting to use cylinders and things, and yeah, you can, in some instances, yeah, cylinders are cool, like if you're making a wheel and stuff like that. However, when making a model, stick with planes and cubes, keep it nice, structured and simple. Like a drawing, you always start with the basics. So what we're going to do, I am going to start off, I'm going to slam my keyboard on Maya, and we're going to go to the front view, and I'm going to zoom right in to the face, because we're going to start these setups. I will admit I've learned from Lynda. Lynda's a fantastic website. You do have to pay a subscription to it, but you learn so much from it and from pro experts, so definitely recommend that one. And I'll admit some of these tips I stole from them, so yes. What we're going to do, we are going to start making the face. We're going to try and ignore the hair, and just focus on half the face. So to start off with, I am going to go to polygons, and I am going to select surface, and I'm simply just going to draw plane on the face. Now what I'm going to do with this plane is to go into the default and make it semi-transparent. It's because whenever you make a new model, it goes with the default texture, which is Lambert 1, which is one I didn't want it to mess around with, but in this instance, yes I do. So we're going to go to Attribute Editor. If you are missing Attribute Editor, never fear, just go to the top icons here, so that's Channel Box, and the first one, Attribute Editor, and the one in the center is Tool Settings. So yeah, so click onto that, we've got Lambert, and you can see right there we've got transparency, so I can make this guy semi-transparent. Yay, we're winning. Now, first of all, I want to make sure that my vertices are in the center. So I'm gonna right click, select vertex, go select this guy, and at the top here you may notice these little magnets, and they allow us to snap things to each other. So I'm gonna click snap to grid, get the move tool, and I actually want to snap, yeah, he's definitely in the center, there's no mistake. Believe me, this will help later. So now I can select these and just move that to the side of the face right there, and what we're going to do, we're going to make the division between the nose, because we've got this laughing line here, we're going to make from the eye to the nose. So we're going to get this guy, which is the multi-cut tool. This is found in the polygons tab. I'm going to use this tool, and we're going to cut here to just about here. So we've got a nice little area there. I think I'm also going to bring in these down a bit. There we go, just to the top of the eyebrow, because we're going to make faces going outwards later. So yes, so why didn't that cut? Oh, because I need it on face. No, I need it on object mode. Let's try that again. It worked. So what we're going to do next, we are going to start manipulating the edges by using the Extrude tool, which is a really cool tool. So with proper edge flow, you need to have acknowledge how the face is structured. Like my face, when we're talking, oh wow, you can see that with my mouth, it's quite a round circle. Same with the eyes, they've got their own round circle, and then the nose, we've got this flat area here. You need to have an idea of how the face is structured, especially if you want to animate it and make it easy for it to look right when it's changing, deforming, and horrible things. I'm going to hit my face. So we've got my face there, and we're going to hit Extrude. Now this is not a big thing you have to do every time, but this is my little thing. I always hit that. What this does, it sets the world axis for this face. And we're going to hit scale, and we're going to scale this guy in a bit. Does that make sense? And then just move it. Also, a handy thing if you have the mouth drawn slightly open. So there you go, there's my little mouth. Gonna go to the perspective view, and we're gonna go to face, and this time with the face selected we're gonna hit extrude again, world axis, and this time I'm gonna pull it out slightly. So we could go to the side view. Okay, just gonna there we go, move that there. I'm going to press F on my keyboard, which focuses on the thing you selected. So F and centers what you've got. Very handy tool. Remember it. So there we go. So we've got my mouth there. So I could actually pull it in. Make it wider, hit extrude and move it out, make it thinner. So there we go. Now the one issue I have is that you can see that the mouth has gone a bit iffy there. So I'm going to select the vertices, snap the grid again, and try from the front view. There we go. There we go. That way I can see everything is right down the middle. And also, another thing we have to do is delete these faces in here. They can cause us issues later. So I'm going to delete those. So we should have a nice big hole. We're only doing half the face. I'm going to select what is here and delete that. So we have a nice round mouth going on there. Okay. So next we're going to start making the nose. I'm going to focus on the nose. We've got the basics of the mouth there sorted. So with the nose, we're going to do a different face. We're going to get the top of the nose sorted. We're going to get the nose and guess where the nostril is. So again, we're going to use a different tool. We're going to use something called an edge loop tool. So tool mesh, let's find, there it is. So if you go to tool mesh, it's the edge loop tool. This is a tool I might use often. So I'm going to pull this menu out just so I can select tools again. So you click the dash line at the top, can move it to the side there, and insert edge loop tool. Can I select you? Yes, I can. Click and hold your mouse button. Don't let go. So I'm going to click and hold, and I can kind of guess. So there's the edge of my nose, and the nostril, kind of a dainty nostril. So pop it there. We also want the top part of the nose as well. We want, well, the thing is we need the bottom and the top so we can pull the nose out. So I'm going to put an edge loop here and one here, and there we go, we've got the setup for the nose. So I'm going to this time select face and select these two faces right here, hit extrude, Let's have a look. Ooh. Yeah, I'm slamming the space bar so much. And there you go, we have a nose. The problem again is deleting that face. So there we go. So what I need to do next is manipulate nose and carry on doing this. So I'm going to be quickly working and sorting out the mouth. Sped this up a little bit so I'm not talking all the time. And you can watch what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got the nose sorted out. So I've extruded, put a nostril in, manipulated to get the side, chin and nose lined up so it looks similar to the guides. So what we're going to do next, we are going to create the eye. And the eye should be pretty simple to do. But first of all, we need to split up the eye a little bit. So we're going to be using this face over here. Now this line should be more to the center of the eye, so we need to manipulate that a bit more. So I'm going to grab, where is it, the edge. Move that more to the center. There we go. Might move you there a little bit, just so this makes a little bit more sense. So there we go. So we've got kind of the flow of the eye, we've got the sense of the nose there, etc. So what we're going to do, we are going to extrude this area of the eye. So I'm just going to click here, select face and face, hit extrude, and you can see here how much it's changed. It's pointing really weirdly. So this is why I hit the world one to make it follow the world axis as seen here. So that's why I always do it, because in my mind it makes sense. So I'm just going to skew this down, and then I'm going to use the side view here just to manipulate the eye so it makes sense. I'm going to take, can get the move tool, and just, I might need to move that guy down here. I may need to move it is a case of pushing, pulling, manipulating your scene a lot. I might need to move. this allows me to do, it allows me to place the eye where it's supposed to be, so it looks right. So I'm just going to go to the side view. Okay, and put that in a bit there, so it fits around there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to hit extrude, because we want to create the eyelid. So hit extrude, and we are going to scale in slightly. Actually, I'm going to push it a lot inwards. And then, let's see, actually, I want to scale it, just want to push it out slightly. There we go. And then hit extrude again, and we are going to push it in again, but this time we're going to scale this out quite a bit. And then hit delete. So we have this hole here, but what it does, it creates like a wrap for when we put the eyeball in there, so it will make sense. So there we go. Another thing you can do is hit 3 on your keyboards and you can see the smooth preview. Now, word of warning, do not think this means, oh, I smoothed it. No, it's a preview. When you render it, it will go back to the square version. Okay, so be very, very, very wary of that. Many people make this mistake and wonder, why does it look square when I render it? Because it isn't smooth. So there we go, we've got beginnings of a face coming on there. It's looking really good. The eye's in place. I have a very big eye for this character, so I've got the nostril more or less set up. So what we're going to do, we're going to add, we're going to start shaping the side of the head now, because we've just got the face. We're going to get the forehead and things. So, nice neat trick of mine. I'm going to select the edges here. So select that edge, and I'm going to hold shift, double click. Why is it selected that? That is not what I want. I'm going to move. Oh dear, we have uno problemo. Okay, this is really good. If you have Maya, you will have problems. Things will not always go the way you want them to. So I have a face here. I do not, just gonna pull this out. I do not want that face. So I'm gonna select that face, delete. Oh no, I've got multiple faces. This is bad. This is so bad. So I'm just gonna select that edge. Okay, so it's the other one I don't want. So I'm gonna move this smidge. Try and select that face. So now, it's always a case of identifying what you do and do not want. So, let's have a look to see if I got any other. No, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, phew, yes. Always good. If you notice a mistake, fix it if you can straight away. It might be a case you may have to delete things and get rid of it. It's really annoying. So then the case of me finding a problem and fixing it. And when the model has a few faces and as simple as this one is, it makes it that much easier to solve. So let's try this again. I'll select the top, close the bottom, hold shift and double click. And it should, yes, it's only selected around there. So now we're going to extrude this and start making a head. Yes, you can extrude edges. Did you not know this? So, I probably did notice because your first time using this, I have not told you. Ah, my evil plan. So I'm going to pull this out just to start forming the head. So we've got kind of a weird boxy head shape here. So now I'm going to select vertices And I'm going to try and put these on the forehead. I'm going to try and start forming the head a little bit. Also, these guys need to be, like this one needs to be more out. I do not have such a square chin, so I'm gonna move this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna speed up the video, edit, and keep extruding, and you can just watch what I do and see fast. Okay, I'm back because I just had a huge problem. I've just deleted the face and I just realized I'm missing this section. There's a really handy tool that will help you every time, and I'm thankful that I found it. It's called a Panda Polling tool, and it basically fills a hole up, joins things together. So this is found in Mesh Tools, and it's that one, a Panda Polling tool. Absolutely love it. Click on that and I can select this edge, that edge, hit enter, my face is fixed. So wanted to show you that as a possible solution to many problems, especially when I had here. So yay, back to it. Hello, and yes, I am really happy with how this model is turning out. You can see that I've just manipulated the edges enough. It's starting to round off the face nicely, and it's so much easier when you have so few edges and vertices. Just a reminder, the dots are called vertices, the lines are the edges, and of course the things that these plain sections are the faces. So when I say those, that's what I mean. And as you can see, I'm starting to get a nice 3D shape. Let's have a look. I turn, let's go to Ed. Let's see, delete history. There we go. Let's bring transparency up so you can see here it's starting to look a lot better. It's starting to really look like a model. So all I need to do is continue. So this is the basic setup. So we're going to continue forming the rest of the head, doing the back of the head and a hole for the ear. So we're going to do that in the next video, so stick around.